Hey guys, Al Joseph here with HeadRush, and today we're going to be talking about how to create scenes with the HeadRush Prime. This is by far one of my favorite features of the pedal board because what this allows someone like me to do, I'm a singer, I'm a guitar player at the same time, so I don't like to tap dance around. I like to have access to different pedal settings, even if it's the same pedal. I like to have different amp settings, even if it's the same amplifier. So this allows me with just the hit of one switch to go between multiple different settings without having to think too much while I'm performing. So without further ado, let's get on into it. Well, let's take a look at preset number 1, the 6505 Fat Drive. When this preset loads up, you'll notice that a lot of the foot switches are assigned to effects. G-Light and Greener are your overdrives, which you can toggle on or off. You have a phaser that you can toggle, but these right here, rhythm and lead, are scenes. So you'll see if I press lead, both the green light overdrive and dynamic delay switch on at the same time. If I hit rhythm, they turn off again. If you go into the hardware assign menu by clicking this switch icon on the upper right of the screen, you can see that both of those switches are assigned to scenes, and you can press edit to see what their settings are and change them if you want. You can see on this lead scene it's set to turn on the greener light overdrive and dynamic delay, neither of which are part of the rhythm scene, as you can see by quickly going back and hitting edit there. So that's what a couple of basic scenes look like in one of our presets. Now let's create one of our own. I have a rig right here that I've created. We've got a noise gate up front, going into an overdrive, into a 6505 lead, and a 4x12 cab. I've got also a chorus, a delay, and a reverb that are switched off. I want this to be my big high gain distortion sound, no effects, just overdrive and the amp. Hit the hardware assign icon in the upper right, and on any of those spots here, keep pressing until it says scene, and then press edit. Here you'll see all the blocks you have in your rig. Just go through and tell them what you want them to do. This is supposed to be our heavy distorted sound. So let's make sure the gate is on, the overdrive is on, amp and cabinet can be no change because they're always going to be on, but I want all these effects to be off. You can double tap the name up here and name it. And then that's our first scene. I can turn off the effects, turn off the overdrive, whatever. When I hit this heavy scene, it's going to all go back to the way I want it. Next, what I want to do is create a clean version of this rig with the chorus and time effects turned on. So let's go back to hardware assign. I'm going to do a new clean scene next to my heavy one. Just hit this until it changes to scene, and then press edit. Now for my clean scene, we can turn the gate off, and for the amp, I'm actually going to change the preset to a clean one. So press here where it says no preset, and it'll bring up a menu where you can select an entirely new amp preset. So I'm going to keep things relatively simple and change this from the 6505 lead to the 6505 clean. We'll leave both the amp and the cabinet as no change because they're already going to be switched on from the heavy scene. But let's turn on all these effects. Let's also give this a name. Now we have a heavy scene and a clean scene that are both part of the same rig. You don't need to change any presets. It's all right here. So if you want more flexibility, you can assign a foot switch to toggle between two scenes instead of just engaging one. Go into your created scene and tap the plus sign, and now you have a completely new scene that you can toggle to by pressing the hardware button. Now let's go back to our rig. All right, guys, that was Scenes with the HeadRush Prime. Once again, one of my favorite features. It allows someone like me who has to sing and play at the same time while switching between different tones, soundscapes, all those different things with just the touch of a button. Just being able to change between pedal settings using the same pedal, amp settings using the same amp. It's a really great way to get around and just experiment. So make sure you're experimenting with the scenes, create whatever you want to create, and I hope that was helpful. Till next time, I'm Al Joseph with HeadRush. Thanks for watching.